Have you ever watched your dog do something that made you stop in your tracks and think, what in the world are they doing? If you're a dog parent, you've probably seen your furry friend engage in some truly bizarre behaviors that leave you scratching your head and wondering, why on earth do they act like that? Whether it's the way they circle before they go potty or that random snow-eating habit, dogs sure know how to keep us intrigued with their strange little quirks. But what if we told you there's a lot more going on behind these odd actions than meets the eye? In today's video, we're going to explore 10 of the weirdest dog behaviors and dive deep into the fascinating science and instincts that drive them. From the surprising reasons why dogs pant or lick each other's private parts, to the curious way they follow us around everywhere, we're going to uncover it all. So, if you're a dog lover who enjoys learning about your canine companion's mysteries, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss out on any of our exciting content. Trust me, you won't want to miss this one. Let's get started and discover the truth behind your dog's quirky behavior. 1. Why dogs circle before pooping. Have you ever noticed your dog doing a little dance before they do their business? It might look odd, but there's actually a very important reason behind this behavior. First off, circling before pooping is a safety check. Dogs have an instinct to make sure there are no hidden predators lurking nearby, especially when they're in a vulnerable position. If they're squatting down, they can't exactly defend themselves, so they take a few spins around to survey their surroundings. It's their way of making sure the area is safe, whether that means checking for a sneaky snake or just keeping an eye out for any potential threats. But that's not all. Dogs are also marking their territory with those little spins. Dogs have scent glands in their paws, and when they walk in circles before going potty, they're leaving behind a trail of their unique scent, essentially sending a message to other dogs. This spot belongs to me. It's a natural instinct passed down from their wild ancestors, helping them assert their territory. And here's a fun fact that may blow your mind. Research suggests that dogs actually have a preference for pooping along the Earth's north-south axis. Yep, that's right. By spinning in circles, they're not just looking for a safe spot. They're also aligning their movements with the magnetic field of the Earth. While the science is still being explored, some experts believe dogs may have an inherent sensitivity to the Earth's magnetic fields, which could explain their natural tendency to position themselves just right before going potty. So, next time you catch your dog spinning around before they do their business, you'll know that they're not just being quirky. They're following their instincts for safety, territory, and even cosmic alignment. 2. Why dogs pant. If you've ever watched your dog panting after a long run or on a hot day, you might have wondered why they don't just sweat like we do. Well, here's the thing. Dogs can't sweat the way humans do, so panting is their primary way to cool down. When dogs pant, they're circulating air through their bodies to evaporate moisture from their tongue and upper respiratory tract. This evaporation helps lower their body temperature, keeping them comfortable when they're feeling the heat. But panting isn't always just about temperature regulation. Sometimes, your dog might pant when they're feeling stressed, anxious, or even excited. For example, if they're at the vet, being scolded, or there's a loud noise like fireworks, panting often accompanies other signs of stress such as yawning, whining, lip licking, or even hiding. It's their way of showing that something is off and they're trying to calm themselves down. And don't be surprised if your dog starts panting when something exciting happens, like meeting a new friend or getting a treat. Panting can also be a sign of happiness and anticipation. So next time your dog is panting, take a moment to observe the situation and consider whether they're overheated, stressed, or just thrilled about what's going on around them. 3. Why dogs lick each other's genitals. This is one of those behaviors that might make you pause and think, what is going on here? But rest assured, when dogs lick each other's genitals, it's a natural and essential part of their social interactions, known as social grooming. This behavior is more than just a way to clean up. In the wild, and even in your home, dogs use licking as a way to bond with each other. It's a form of affection and a way for dogs to show care for their pack mates. Beyond grooming, licking is also a way for dogs to gather important information about one another. Through licking, they can learn a lot about the other dog's health, age, mood, and even sexual readiness. Dogs are like little social detectives, picking up cues through the scent and taste of each other's bodies. It's all part of their natural instinct to stay connected and in tune with their pack. This behavior is deeply rooted in their evolutionary history. Dogs inherited this practice from their wild ancestors, wolves, who used grooming and licking as a way to maintain pack unity and hygiene. So while it might seem odd to us in the dog world, this behavior is perfectly natural and a crucial part of their social structure. 4. Why dogs sleep with open eyes. Ever caught your dog sleeping with their eyes slightly open and thought, "Is my dog awake or just really, really tired?" Well, the answer is usually a bit of both. Dogs have a unique feature called the third eyelid, or nictitating membrane, which serves several important functions. This membrane is a pinkish-colored layer that moves across their eye while they sleep, protecting and moistening their eyeball. Unlike the surface of their eye, the third eyelid doesn't close fully, which is why you might catch a glimpse of it when your dog's eyes are partially open during sleep. But here's a fascinating twist. Some experts believe that this behavior evolved as a defense mechanism. In the wild, animals are always at risk of predators, so the ability to appear alert, while actually resting, would be a valuable survival trait. When dogs sleep with their eyes open, they might be mimicking that alert state, fooling any potential predators into thinking they're still awake and aware. It's just one of those clever little survival tactics dogs inherited from their wild ancestors, ensuring that even in their most relaxed moments, they're still ready to spring into action if needed. So, the next time you see your dog sleeping with those half-open eyes, just know they're not only resting, they might be keeping one eye open, literally and figuratively, for their own peace of mind. 5. Why dogs sniff people's crotches. All right, let's address the elephant in the room. Why do dogs insist on sniffing people's crotches? While it might seem a little awkward or even gross to us, dogs are simply following their instincts. You see, both the human crotch area and a dog's rear end contain special glands known as apocrine glands. These glands release pheromones, chemical signals that carry tons of information about a person's health, age, sex, and even their recent sexual activity. So when your dog sniffs around the groin area, they're just gathering all kinds of information about you. Interestingly, dogs are especially drawn to the groin area of people who are menstruating, ovulating, or have recently given birth. Similarly, unneutered male dogs are known to sniff out female dogs who might be in heat, trying to gather information about their potential mate. It might be a little embarrassing, but for your dog, it's all about communication and figuring out who's who in the pack. So next time your dog gets a little too friendly in that department, know that they're just trying to gather some social intel. Nothing personal. 6. Why dogs expose their belly. Have you ever seen your dog roll over and show you their belly, and you instantly feel like it's a special moment? Well, it's because it often is. When dogs expose their belly, it's a sign of trust and acceptance. In the animal kingdom, showing your belly is a vulnerable position. It's the part of their body that's most exposed. So when your dog trusts you enough to flop over and expose it, they're showing you that they feel safe and comfortable in your presence. However, belly exposure can also serve another purpose: submission. In more dominant dog interactions, or when they're trying to avoid conflict, dogs will expose their belly to signal that they are not a threat. This behavior is rooted in their wild ancestry, where wolves would do the same to show they meant no harm and didn't want to engage in a confrontation. It's important to read the whole body language of your dog in these situations. If your dog's tail is wagging and they're relaxed, it's a sign of trust. But if their body is tense, their tail is still, or they're trying to freeze, they're likely offering the belly to avoid conflict or because they're feeling anxious. So the next time your dog gives you that belly, be sure to interpret it carefully. It could mean they love and trust you, or it could mean they're trying to keep the peace. 7. Why dogs follow you everywhere. Ever felt like you can't take a single step without your dog right behind you? It can sometimes feel like they're glued to your side, but there's actually a reason for this clingy behavior. Dogs were bred for companionship. Over thousands of years, humans selectively bred dogs to be our best friends, and as a result, they're naturally inclined to follow us around. Young puppies, in particular, are hardwired to imprint on their owners, just like they would on their mother. Puppies bond deeply with their human caretakers, seeing them as a source of safety, love, and nourishment. This means that, even as they grow older, dogs retain the desire to stay close to us. But it's not just about companionship. It's also about positive reinforcement. If every time your dog follows you, they get attention, treats, or a cuddle, they'll start to associate this behavior with rewards. So when your dog follows you around, they're not just being needy. They're showing you loyalty and love, hoping that their devotion is met with affection. It's just one more reminder of the deep bond you share with your furry companion. 8. Why some dogs display aggressive behaviors on leash. If you've ever been out on a walk and watched your dog suddenly lash out at other dogs or even people while on a leash, you've witnessed leash reactivity. This aggressive behavior often stems from fear and insecurity. Dogs, by nature, are more independent than we might think, and when they're on a leash, they feel trapped and unable to escape a perceived threat. Without the freedom to run away, they may react aggressively as a form of self-protection. This can be especially frustrating for both dogs and owners. When a dog feels cornered or threatened, they might feel the need to defend themselves, which could result in barking, lunging, or even growling. This behavior can also be reinforced if it works, meaning if your dog reacts aggressively and the other dog or person moves away, they may think that their behavior successfully made the threat go away. Over time, they might repeat this aggressive behavior, thinking it's a way to keep themselves safe. Another reason for leash reactivity is frustration. Sometimes, dogs are desperate to meet other dogs, but the leash stops them from making that connection. This can lead to frustration and eventually aggression. So, next time your dog starts acting out on a leash, remember, it's not always about being bad. It's about fear, frustration, and a natural instinct to protect themselves when they feel confined and vulnerable. 9. Why dogs steal your spot. There's nothing quite like getting up from your seat only to come back and find your dog curled up in your spot. While it might feel a little frustrating, there's actually a sweet, instinctive reason for this behavior. Dogs love to steal your spot because they find comfort in the scent and warmth you leave behind. Your spot smells like you, and that's something they find reassuring. It's their way of keeping close to you, even when you're not there. But it's not just about comfort. Dogs often steal your spot as a way to seek attention. If you've ever caught your dog lounging in your chair and giving you those pleading eyes, it's likely a silent request for you to come sit with them. Dogs are social creatures, and being close to you gives them a sense of security and happiness. This behavior is also tied to their pack mentality. In the wild, wolves sleep in close proximity to each other, often in a pile. Dogs are simply following this instinct by wanting to stay near their family members, mimicking that close-knit bond. So, while it may be a bit inconvenient when your pup claims your seat, it's also a beautiful reminder of how much they love and depend on you for comfort and connection. 10. Why dogs eat snow. Have you ever caught your dog munching on snow and wondered why they're doing it? Believe it or not, eating snow is actually a pretty natural behavior for dogs, especially during the winter months. One of the main reasons dogs eat snow is to hydrate. In the dry, cold air of winter, dogs can get dehydrated just like we do, and eating snow is an instinctive way for them to replenish their fluids. This behavior actually goes way back to their wild ancestors, who lived in colder climates and had to rely on snow as a source of water when fresh water was scarce. But there's more to it than just thirst. Dogs also seem to enjoy the texture and novelty of snow. It's soft, cool, and fun to chase and eat, making it a fascinating treat for your furry friend. However, there's an important word of caution. Not all snow is safe for dogs to eat. If the snow is contaminated with harmful chemicals like antifreeze, it can be dangerous for your pup. So while it's generally safe for dogs to eat clean snow in moderation, always keep an eye on where your dog is getting their snow snack from and ensure it's free from any toxic substances. That way, they can enjoy this frosty treat without any risk to their health. And there you have it, 10 quirky dog behaviors and the fascinating reasons behind them. It's incredible how much our furry friends communicate through their actions, isn't it? From circling before they go potty to sniffing out all the important details about us, dogs really do have a unique way of interacting with the world around them. We hope you learned something new today and maybe even gained a little more understanding of your dog's behavior. If you've ever wondered what's going on in that adorable little brain of theirs, now you know just a bit more. If you enjoyed this video, Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with fellow dog lovers. And of course, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video about your furry companion. We've got plenty more fun and insightful content coming your way. Thanks for watching, and remember, your dog might be a little strange at times, but they're always trying to communicate with you in their own special way. See you next time.